And now we went to two models that I got defective, and the first of which is this Air Canada Express CRJ-200. This is in the old ice blue livery. Is it ice blue or ice green? I don't know. The old livery for Air Canada. Here we have just the digital rendering of the aircraft, Bombardier CRJ-200. This is before the Mitsubishi, and I still think the boxes say Bombardier. 2017 released by Gemini, so yeah, this, no particular reason why I got this one. I just liked it, and it got it for a good price as well. So we'll get this one out of the box, and I'll show you, or actually, let's cut to what the model looked like when I originally got it, and I showed you the defective one in a separate video, so we'll go to that right now.
Hello, I'm MSP from the future. I'll just show you the original condition of these die casts here. So this one, yeah, you can see there, missing gear. This is the Air Canada CRJ-200. And originally, as you can see, came broken. So hopefully by the time that you are watching that, hopefully by the time that I'm recording this massive unboxing, that is fixed.
Welcome back. Here is the remedy that I did to fix that landing gear issue, and here's the model. The Air Canada Express CRJ-200 in the older livery. So, yeah, you might already be able to see it, and there is the new landing gear that isn't quite perfectly aligned with the fuselage, but it's good enough. All I wanted was something to hold the nose up so it wasn't just dragging on the ground, and that does its job. So you probably won't be able to tell what I did here, but that is it's kind of funny. That is just a paper clip, a black paper clip that I cut up and just glued it in there, and it kind of looks like a landing gear, and it just holds up the nose good enough, I will say. You know, doesn't bother me too much. I mean, it is not right. It's not accurate in any means, but good enough for what the price that I got this one. It's fine. So we'll do a review of this one. We have the cockpit windows, non-accurate nose gear, Star Alliance logo right there, L1 boarding door, and also the stairs on it, so you can board through that door without a jet bridge, I should say. Here we have the giant express titles and the tiny Air Canada titles down there. I don't really get it with these old ones. They really made the emphasis on the express and not the Air Canada. I guess it's pretty easy to tell Air Canada's aircraft from others because they're just very vibrant blue. Their unique color with a U. Here we have the overwing exit, and I guess this is an exit path. Not really much of one though. And also all the wing is this the same blue color. So very nice there. Even on the other side, the entire aircraft is the same color. So really cool to see. It's pretty unique to these Air Canada aircraft. And then here we have the engines and the tail. The registration on this one is Charlie Golf Kilo Foxtrot Romeo. And then the horizontal stabilizers up there. Love the T-tails. T-tails are awesome. We need more of them. Then there are the main gear down there. Of course, they don't roll either. So, yeah, the CRJ-200 landing gear, that's actually kind of similar to what the actual Gemini one looked like. Because, you know, they don't really put any detail into the landing gear on the CRJ-200s because it's just so tiny. I can't get it to focus on there, but no antennae, not too much detail. We have the luggage door right there on the Gemini logo, but no antennae, nothing there. So yeah, pretty simple model, but also a nice one here for Air Canada. And here we have the next model, another 2017 release, Delta 767-300 with no winglets by Gemini Jets. This one has a little Delta widget on the box there, which is always nice to see on the old Delta releases. So yeah, this is the second defective one. And once again, also need to a video about that one after I give you a quick tour of the box with the old swoosh up there. That's not a straight line across the box. There's the 2017. And now sending you to the original unboxing, I guess.
See it in its regular form. The other model here this Delta 767-300 just says defective there, and well, you'll see why. Well, you already see why. But we also have an antenna that's fell off. That's not an antenna, never mind. But that's a pretty simple fix right there, but by the time that you're watching this, I'll get that glued in. Oops. That's why you get it glued in.
And yes, so here is the model out of the box. It is the Delta 767-300. No winglets on this one, so that's a little bit rare nowadays, but we don't really get these at MSP ever. But, you know, it's Delta, so, you know, you might as well. Gorgeous model here by Gemini once again. This is a little bit older, and I'm imagining the 767s now do have SATCOM domes, but it's not present on this one. But I always had the Darren ones, and now it's nice to just have a proper Gemini version. We'll do a quick review of the aircraft. We have the cockpit windows here, and we have the SkyTeam logo right there. Here's the nose gear, rolling nice. And then the Delta titles with the widget. And then I kind of like that 767 overweight because it's how it's kind of the same design as the 737. I don't know how on this big of a plane they could just do the same, roll with the same design as the 737 with the exits in the middle of the aircraft. But you know what, you do you. Boeing and Delta, a lot of other airlines that fly this aircraft, built on the United 767. And here's the engine. No winglets on this one, so that's a little bit unique. We have the registration back here, November 143 Delta Alpha. And then the tail, which is now glued in, so it doesn't break off. There's a little bit of a paint chip on there, though. So yeah, pretty simple model here. Nothing too much more to go over. But now it is fixed and good for use. It does not have a Delta belly, though, which is a bit surprising there. But maybe this was back in the day where Delta bellies weren't, you know, too prevalent. Now on they're like almost every aircraft with the RJs, but this goes kind of back in the time before the Delta belly. So I guess that's a little bit interesting there. This model probably does, or the actual aircraft probably does have the Delta belly now. If it's even still flying for Delta, it probably also has the winglets too. But really interesting there, and hopefully this one is still flying, and this will be used if I need a 767 in the airport updates for MSP. But very nice model here by Gemini Jets, except for the little tail issue, but that is fixed now, and it is all good to go for use. So it was nice to get those two defective models, both from 2017 Gemini releases, and yeah, that's so two nice additions to the collection, and two rather rare models as well. So very glad to add those to the fleet. Now for a model that I'm very excited to add into the collection, it is the Southwest Airlines 737-800 by NG models and the Heart livery with splits. So yes, it's like, I don't care if this is their third release or whatever, I'm just super stoked to have this. Finally, a Southwest Heart livery. I've been saying that I need one of those for a long time, and yeah, it's finally here in this NG model Southwest 737-800. So hopefully this is a very nice model, and super excited to have this one. And now just have been getting some more Heart livery models lately, and just more Southwest regular liveries, which I desperately need. Now we actually need more Canyon Blue. So here's a quick tour of the box. It has the same layout as a standard NG box, but you know, all the NG boxes are unique. And this one also does line up with the non-scimitar winglet version, which I did not get because I don't need it. They don't fly those anymore. They all have scimitars now, so looking very nice there. But super excited to get into this model here by NG. Oh, also, just to open the box, we have the collector's card, the green collector's card, which I believe I showed that in the last unboxing, the birthday one, but yeah, I have not scratched off the code yet. I don't believe I've scratched off the code for either Eco Skies yet either, even though it's been like a month that I've had that. So, here is the Southwest 737-800 in the Heart livery with splits by NG. Wow, that looks really nice in the lighting. So we'll get this one out of the glare. There'll still be a little bit of a glare. That's what's going to happen with this light. But wow, it looks really nice. We have the cockpit windows up here and the nose gear, which is the correct height. NG has, you know, they listen to their fans. They update their molds to make them, you know, look more realistic. Gemini. Yep. I'll leave it at that. Boarding door, got the heart, little heart logo up there. Have the Southwest billboard titles right there. And then the exit and exit paths. Southwest.com on the engines. Here is the scimitar. Same thing on the inside and the outside. Underneath here we have the main gear and the gear well. And then also the heart logo down there, which is always looking very nice on these models. And we have the two antennae up here, SATCOM dome. Registration on this one is November 8565 Zulu. And then we have the American flag and the Southwest heart tail. So yeah, very nice model here. It is standard livery, so not too much to go over here. A lot of these, are all these models in this massive box? Yeah, they're all but one. All but one are standard liveries. So, yeah, that might make it a little bit more boring that we don't have any interesting things to go over for these, but there's the one you can look forward to here that's not a standard livery. But yeah, nice model here by NG, just a nice Southwest model. And, you know, I guess it's a little bit boring that it's just a plain livery, nothing too much more to go over this one. But it will just be so key to use at so many airports. I've always used the Freedom 1 livery, and I'm getting tired of using the Freedom 1 livery over and over and over when I can now just finally use the regular Heart livery 738. So this will be one of my most used models. I would say probably the Panda 737-700 in the Heart livery with splits is also one of my most used. So the Southwest models are used a lot, and that's why it's key to have one of these here. So great model NG. Very excited to use this in a lot of future airport updates. Also, some news concerning the Southwest 737-800. They did repaint Tennessee 1 on a 737-800, so that's cool right there. I said Tennessee 1 would probably return relatively soon, or at least I thought it was going to return on a MAX, but, you know, it returned on an 800. I am okay with that, and I think it looks pretty nice on the 800. It is also important to note that the Delta 737-800 by NG, that one did not have the collector's card in it. That was before they were doing that, so that's why I did not include the collector's card. Moving on, though, we have this Aero Classics JetBlue A320 in the JetBlue For Good livery. So yeah, finally got a JetBlue model. Finally. It's been so long, been waiting to get a JetBlue model for so long. Here it is. I'm just going to get it out of the box. Not even going to really go over it. It's just a baby bus box. Gone over it plenty of times on the channel. Not too interesting. Except, actually, I should show this. For some reason, this has the A321 right there. And normally they have the aircraft that corresponds with the model. So this should be an A320, but for some reason they have an A321 there. But that's the only interesting thing. Or actually, wait, no. That might be... I think what I just said was complete bollocks. So, yeah, here we have the A319 and the A320. So, alright, never mind. It is just a regular Aero Classics box. Nothing inaccurate about it, except the cradle for the aircraft didn't really fit inside. So I guess that is a little bit, not super good, but I did get this from the Flying Mule. This is the first model I've gotten from the Flying Mule in years. It's been like 6-7 years since I've ordered from the Flying Mule. Actually, the Sun Country DC-10, if you remember that one, that was from the Flying Mule. So it's been a long time, but I finally ordered from them again, and it's a very nice model indeed. So I also could have gotten this from Jet Collector, but Jet Collector's was like $10 more expensive than the Flying Mule. Even though I could get a 10% discount on the Jet Collector, it just wasn't worth it. I could just get the Flying Mule version. I mean, it's the same aircraft, just from a different seller. So I have ordered another model from Jet Collector. So yeah, sorry Jet Collector, but I made another order from you guys, and really excited for that to arrive. That model, or those models actually, will be unboxed later this week. So thanks, Jet Collector, for that. A good price on this particular item. So before I say too much about what it is, that will be unboxed later this week. And hopefully we'll go up on the channel probably next week from when you're watching this video, which is sometime on the week of the maybe Monday the 12th or Tuesday 13th. That's, I'm guessing, when you're watching this, or at least at the premiere, when the premiere is coming out. Anyways, let's get finally the review of the model. Here are the cockpit windows, boarding door, JetBlue titles up here, and the 4 Good billboard titles, looking very nice. So JetBlue for Good. I'm not quite sure what this livery is for. I really just got it because I just needed a JetBlue model, and this was the most reliable one, easiest one I could find, because there are some other Gemini ones and Aero Classics ones that go for, like, most of them are bids on eBay. They go for questionable prices, like some of them are a little bit high. I was bidding for a I Heart New York A320 on eBay, and I lost that one at the last second, which happens quite often on there. I got the Sun Country one pretty easy, and then, yeah, the other 2 times I tried to bid for aircraft hasn't gone to plan. And now my cat's getting back into cat toys, so might be hearing that. Once again, it's like the 3rd unboxing in a row here that my cats are interrupting on the recording here, so sorry about that. Here are the overwing exits and the exit paths. JetBlue.com on the engines here. These are the IAE engines, which I believe are present on... okay, maybe... I don't think they're all present on all the JetBlue aircraft. I was about to say that, and I caught myself because I don't think that's true. But you can fact check me on that. Here we have the winglet, which is painted orange. So it's supposed to be the same color orange as the Good titles there, if I had to assume. But that is not true. As you can see, the orange on the winglet is a lot brighter and kind of duller than that orange on the 4 Good titles. But Aero Classics, they're never really accurate on their colors anyways, so it's not really too big of a surprise. And also the model is a little bit more of a cream color. And that's not just a landing this time. It does actually look more cream, which I believe in real life is also just completely white color and not the cream color. So as we move back here, we have the tail, and it looks very interesting here. Not your normal JetBlue paint, but we have the American flag here, and I cannot read the registration. Sorry about the glare, but I'm going to move it over to the other side to read the registration because it does not really go well with the puzzle pieces. Or I guess they're not really puzzle pieces. There is a puzzle piece right there on the tail, but whatever the graphic is. But it looks like it's kind of hard to read, but it is November 809 Juliet Bravo. Sir Juliet Bravo registration for the JetBlue planes. But here we have the tail, which is interesting. We have like a recycling logo up there. I'm not really sure what all this is. Kind of hard to see, to be honest. But, you know, they did a good job of detailing this. We have a little pencil there, a foot. Got the foot plane. And when I first saw this one here, that looked like a cockpit windows and like passenger windows on a plane. But no, that looks like a swing, actually. I believe that is a swing. Paper airplane up here, so I guess they do have a little bit of airplane in here. So I'm not really sure what this model is for, or what the livery is for, per se. So you guys can let me know what this is for. But this is an actual aircraft from the JetBlue fleet that I did not even know about until I saw this model. And, you know, that's pretty cool to see there. It will be used a lot in like every airport. Not every airport, but like Fresno or Spokane, but in Guam, of course. This will be used in Guam. Watch out for your JetBlue A320 at Guam. But no, this will be a very significant key at a lot of airports that I could not use this at before. So that's really nice that I finally have a JetBlue model. So excited to use this at airport updates and hopefully get some more JetBlue models, as there are still a few places where I can get a few of the other liveries. None of the standard liveries, though. So I'm waiting for NG. Probably will be NG. Maybe Panda will release another regular livery JetBlue aircraft. Maybe Gemini release a blueprint. Maybe. I would love that. I love the blueprint livery for JetBlue. I really want to model that one, but the actual model for that one is like over $100. It's a ridiculous price. But I really do want to get that at some point, but not for the price that they're selling that for, if you could even find it. So for these final two models in the massive unboxing, these ones I would say are rarer models, rarer than the other ones here. So excited for to unbox these. Both these were from funny airplane models, or funny. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Funny airplane models. Very nice. They do a lot of used models there, and a lot of damaged ones. So that's what these two are. Technically, they are damaged, but not really. It is the WestJet 700, Gemini 2. Gemini Jets 2. That was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that is a thing. 2005 release, Gemini Jets 2. Basically to say that they're not using tail seam anymore. That's pretty much it. They're not using the plastic tail. But the box is interesting. So you got a little bit different style for the box. WestJet cares on the inside, so I'm guessing this was requested by WestJet to do a different box than the normal one, but it is an older Gemini Jet style, so love that. I do kind of prefer the older Gemini Jets boxes, I have to say. But we'll get this model out of the box here. There it is, WestJet 737-900. 700. Why did I say 900? It's the WestJet 737-700. I guess I've unboxed too many 900s lately. I need to go back to my 700s. I like the 700s, my favorite 737s series. Need to get back to unboxing these 700s. But here we go. Old model. But also a very nice model here. So this is an older one, 2005 is it said on the box. Got the cockpit windows up here with the eyebrow, which is kind of cool. Now here's the nose gear. This is where the damage came. It's not going to focus on it. I already know it's... Oh! Almost. Come on. Yeah, you can see there. Yeah, it's missing a wheel. I don't know how that happened because it looks like they're just painted on, honestly. But yeah, it's technically missing a wheel. But that's not that big of a deal. That was funnier in my head. Here we have the L1 boarding door. And then the WestJet titles, which I can't get the glare off of this thing. Also can't get the hair off of this thing either. But here are the WestJet titles up here, which you could just see the glare, and the older kind of widget there for WestJet. It's not the Canadian flag style, which they didn't have back then. And we have the overwing exit and the older exit paths, which are all but gone now. The white engine with nothing on it, no text or anything. And then here we have the winglet, and on the other side of the winglet it says WestJet.com. I kind of like the old WestJet winglet. That's kind of nice there. It's good to see that this livery is not completely gone. I mean, they have their new one, but that's really only used on the 787s and the Maxes, and not on their older aircraft. So that's nice to see that WestJet is still keeping around their older livery, because I honestly prefer it over the newer one. Here are the Canadian flag and the registration, Charlie Foxtrot Kilo Whiskey Sierra, and the tail, which looks very nice here. Pretty interesting colors. I did not expect it to be that color. The green might be a little bit off on this one. And on camera, on camera the green is definitely off, and that's not what it looks like in person. That's just a product of my light being dumb. And also being the only light that I have to do these unboxings here. So yeah. Maybe, okay, you can kind of see it a little bit better on this side. I don't have the terrible glare on the WestJet titles, but very nice model here, an older model, but I mean, you got to see it here has the pretty massive Gemini Jet salute, which actually is in front of the stand, which is the stand hole, which is more uncommon. Mostly it's behind here, but I guess that's kind of what it was on the older ones anyways. You have the landing gear here, which of course should not roll, stand hole, and the wheel well. And the wing seam, of course, which is present on these older aircraft. But yeah, Gemini Jets 2, that was a thing. Really interesting here, honestly. So, this is my first and probably only Gemini Jets 2 model that I will ever get. So I guess I should enjoy it while I have it. Maybe I'll get another one in the future. I don't know which models were Gemini Jets 2 and which ones weren't. For the 2005 period, maybe they all were 1/400 scale with this new design at least. That'd be pretty cool. But this is definitely one of the ones that is most known for being the Gemini Jets 2 version. So really cool there. and nice to get a WestJet model to boost the Canadian fleet. And actually, this will be used at Fort Myers because I didn't have a WestJet model until now. So yeah, Fort Myers, they get WestJet on the 737-700. This is the last store that I could find this on. It sold out at High Country Hobbies. They went from 6 to 0 in like a day. So I was originally planning on getting it from there, which is where most of these WestJets were found, honestly. Which is not a Canadian store. I don't know why they keep popping up there, because they were there. That's where Red River Aviation got his. Then they sold out. And then they came back with 6, and then that's where I discovered that they had 6. And they all sold out again. So yeah, glad that I was able to get this from Funny Airplane Models, because that was my last chance, and now they're available nowhere. Sorry, everyone who wanted to get that, but not happening. And our final model from the same store. Unfortunately, this did not come with a box, which not too big of a deal. It is the Northwest Airlink CRJ-200. But the box thing, though, brought in the model, and we're going to talk about the box that does not exist. So yeah, I'm not too upset that they don't have a box. I mean, the box does add a lot for the fact you're going to be selling it again, but I don't plan on selling this one again. Well, definitely not because I don't have the box, but I didn't plan on selling this one again in the future anyways, because I just wanted to get this one as a display piece, really. Oh my gosh, the glare on this is so bad. Sorry about that. I'll adjust the lighting a little bit there. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit better, but there we go. Sorry about that bad glare, though. But yeah. Not too big of a deal, but they did just wrap it up, bubble wrap a bunch. So I would have preferred if they just like maybe put it in a blank box or something, just to keep it a little bit more protected. But it didn't come broken or anything, so that's all good. Also, these older Gemini models were tougher. This is the 2006 Gemini release, so a little bit tougher than these newer ones that can break with a touch. But here we have the cockpit windows, which look pretty good on this one. The nose gear down here, which is not broken. The only damage, the reason they say damage, the real reason why I got this discounted was the absence of the box, but there was a little bit of a paint chip on the end, and that's how I got this for $40. And this model is extremely rare now. I'm so happy to have gotten this one, especially for $40. It is a really good price. And this will be used at Kalamazoo as well. Another reason that led to me not needing to get that short 360 anymore, as I now have the DC-9 and the CRJ-200, which are the two Northwest aircraft that flew to Kalamazoo. So yeah, that short 360 is not going to be making an appearance at Kalamazoo. Sorry. This one will be. We have the L1 boarding door, the old, or well, not the old, but the newer NWA Airlink titles right there. And they used to be called JetLink before they pretty much all were jets, and they just transferred the Airlink title from the prop aircraft to the jets as well, and they were all Airlink. But Northwest Airlink did have a quite interesting fleet. They had like jet streams and everything. Like they had some really interesting aircraft, I must say. The old commuter fleets for a lot of airlines were really nice, and that's kind of one of the things I miss, that they had a lot of weird aircraft. Excuse me. I just had to take a quick moment to cough there. Having a cold and doing this is kind of tough, but we're on the last aircraft, so I'm going to push through it here. So this is a Pinnacle operated aircraft, and yeah, fortunately Pinnacle does not exist anymore. I believe they're now part of Endeavor, which pretty much all the subsidiaries for Northwest and Delta, which have gone away now, have pretty much all gone to Endeavor. So Pinnacle is one of them, and I'm trying to think of the other ones. I think Comair also went to Endeavor. I know Comair was one of them for Delta, but I can't think of the other ones for Northwest. And for Delta, ASA was one of them, and I'm pretty sure they went to Skywest. I'm not sure on that one. You can fact check me on that one, where ASA went to Atlantic Southeast Airlines, I believe. They did the Atlanta ones, the Atlanta flights. Comair did the Cincinnati flights for the most part. This is at least for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo did not get Atlanta flights, but they did get on Comair the Cincinnati flights. And on this aircraft will be used for, I think, mainly just MSP service, because I think that's the only place where they got the CRJ-200s from. Maybe Detroit as well, but I'm not quite sure. Detroit definitely did get the DC-9s though, and MSP as well. They both got DC-9s from Kalamazoo, so those will be used for both of those. But I think this will be mainly just be used for MSP. They might have also operated this Top 340 to Kalamazoo. I'm pretty sure they did. Another one of the aircraft that aren't really used much anymore, except for silver. Anyways, we'll continue on with the review of this one, as I kind of took a long tangent there. We have the overwing exit and exit paths. We have the winglet here, which is just completely red. I don't know why they have like a little white line on there. I don't know if that's accurate or if that's just like a paint issue with this one. You can kind of see there's a little white outline there. I'm assuming that's how it was in real life. And then we have the registration and the American flag, November 88904 Alpha. Pinnacle operated registration, I guess. Not the normal PQ, but there we have the old NWA tail. This is actually my first Northwest model in the NWA livery. So actually, I've been getting a lot of Northwest models lately. This is like my fourth this summer. And the Northwest World plane back there, that was my first one that I got earlier this summer. So yeah, it's been a summer full of Northwest. So really great to see there. But that'll actually be useful for retro MSP, all these Northwest models. So I'm not saying we're going to have retro MSP anytime soon for that era, because there's still a lot that I would need to collect for that. But we got a starter for the Northwest fleet at least. And all of them are great display pieces. Of course, the former hometown airline, which unfortunately is not anymore. We still have Sun Country. Sun Country is now the hometown airline, but Northwest, that was painful to see them go. But not really, because I was 1 year old. Or was I? I think that's... no, I was a little bit older than 1 year old. But my first ever flight was on Northwest. That was the only time I ever flew one, I believe. My parents don't remember. I actually don't remember because I was 1 year old. But I believe it was on Northwest, because that would just be logical. It was to Tampa. Probably Northwest. Maybe Sun Country. Probably Northwest. I hope it was Northwest, because that was my only realistic chance to fly Northwest before their inevitable demise. So yeah, well, that'll do it for this model and this massive unboxing. That is the last aircraft. We'll bring them all into the final shot here, but very, very nice. All of them are very nice models. We're very happy to have them in the collection, especially this Northwest Airlink. It's just so nice to have this one that I've been looking for a while, actually. I didn't really need to get it because I had the DC-9 for Kalamazoo, but I mean, they did fly this one to Kalamazoo, retro Kalamazoo, I should say, not current Kalamazoo, but yeah, this will be used at retro Kalamazoo. And also will be a great display piece. This is been one that I've been looking for ever since Red River Aviation did the massive unboxing that included this aircraft. Been looking for it ever since then. Finally got it on from Funny Airplane Models, because they had a bunch that didn't have boxes, and they were just doing really good prices on all of them, and I snagged this one. Very nice. So here are all the models and the best piece of jewelry in the world, all in one shot together here. So I guess if you include this is the largest massive unboxing that we've had with 12 models, but I'm not including that. So I'm just going to say that this is 11 models here. This ties our first massive unboxing for 11 models, which is the biggest that we've had yet. Hopefully that'll grow in the future and getting more models, but I think this is a great addition right here with these 12 models to the fleet, and I'm still collecting, still adding more. Will be more unboxings very soon. This unboxing is a great mix of new and old, American and Canadian. So we did have a lot of Canadian models in this unboxing here with the two Air Canada and the WestJet back there. I got some great additions for MSP, Fort Myers, pretty much you name it, and we have a model that will improve that airport. Maybe not Fresno, though. Fresno's not really getting any improvements with this massive unboxing. So sorry, Fresno, but yeah, your time will come. But with that being said, that is the end of this massive unboxing. Thank you for those who stuck with me in the premiere. I know this is another long video, very long video probably. Maybe my longest, actually. This might have taken longer than probably not longer than the first one. The first one, that was a long video. but definitely, I'm guessing this went over an hour. So for those who stuck with me the entire premiere, thank you so much for sticking with me. And if you didn't make it, that's fine. If you're just watching this outro, here are all the models. So I guess I could quickly do a recap. We have the Genair Shapeways Custom 77-900. Not really accurate. The Northwest Airlink, not SAW 340, what am I saying? Shorts 360. Air Canada Express CRJ-200, Northwest Airlink CRJ-200, Air Canada Express CRJ-900, Delta 737-900, Icelandair MAX 8, Southwest 737-800, WestJet 737-700, Breeze H20-300, Delta 767-300, and JetBlue WestJet. I mean, it's started by the same person, JetBlue A320. So yeah, that is it. Also, this epic bracelet that is absolutely amazing. So yeah, that will conclude this massive unboxing. I think I've said that like 3 times now, and I always do that for some reason. I still keep talking, so I'm gonna stick to my word the third time, and end this. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.